Welcome to Fort Frederica National Monument, a site rich in history and natural beauty. Nestled on St. Simon's Island, Georgia, this fort played a pivotal role in the early history of the American colonies. Hi everyone, it's Courtney from Wonderfully Wander, and today we're exploring Fort Frederica National Monument. Join us as we go through the most stunning landscape of this incredible site, not to mention they have one of the most coolest interactive junior ranger experiences that we have ever found within our journey. Not only are the Junior Ranger books super interactive, but they give the kids a satchel full of cool tools that help them go from location to location where they really feel like they are a part of the experience that was once site of Fort Frederica. Fort Frederica was established in 1736 by General James Oglethorpe, the founder of the Georgia colony. The fort was built to protect the southern border of the British colony from the Spanish incursion from Florida. Named after Frederick, Prince of Wales, the fort became a bustling community with a mix of soldiers and settlers. As you walk through the remains of the fort, you can see the foundations of the buildings that once housed around 1,000 British soldiers and settlers. These ruins give us a glimpse into the daily lives of those who lived here nearly 300 years ago. The Visitor Center at Fort Frederica National Monument offers a treasure trove of artifacts and exhibits. From weaponry to household items, these relics paint a vivid picture of colonial life. The center also provides informative displays about the significant battles that took place here, including the Battle of Bloody Marsh in 1742, where British forces successfully repelled Spanish troops. Not only is this visitor center very large, but it offered a lot of unique interactive places where it kept you just wanting to learn more and more with every single turn. One of the unique features of Fort Frederica is the use of tabby in its construction. Tabby is a type of concrete made from lime, sand, water, and crushed oyster shell. This building material was commonly used in coastal Georgia and the Carolinas during the colonial period. Tabby was not only durable, but also made use of the abundant oyster shells found in the region. The use of tabby in Fort Frederica's construction is a testament to the resourcefulness of the early settlers and their ability to adapt to the local environments. Beyond its historical significance, Fort Frederica is surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. The marshes of the Frederica River offer picturesque views and are home to a variety of wildlife. It's a perfect spot for nature enthusiasts and photographers alike. I mean, we could not stop looking at the gorgeousness of these trees. Now lost to time in the wandering river, Frederica barely resembles the military town that once flourished here. From 1736 to 1749, the fort and its regimental garrison were the hub of British military operations on Georgia's frontier. It's really easy to get a feel of what it was like to be one of the residents in this town, from working in the garden to making candles, all of the different site foundations that are now just a small remnant of what once was quite an impressive location. At its peak, Fort Frederica was a thriving town with over 1,000 inhabitants. The settlement included homes, shops, a church, and a barracks for soldiers. The settlers lived in small wooden houses, some of which had tabby foundations. The town thrived for about 20 years, but after the Spanish threat was neutralized following the Battle of Bloody Marsh, the British military presence was significantly reduced. Without the soldiers to support the economy, the town's population began to dwindle. By the 1750s, many of the settlers had moved away, and the town slowly fell into decline. By 1758, a fire destroyed many of the remaining structures, and the once thriving town was abandoned. If only these beautiful mossy oak trees could tell us the stories they've seen throughout their lifetime. But instead, we get to sit under their large sweeping branches, just admiring the beauty from what is here now. One of my favorite stories is that of the town doctor, Dr. Thomas Hawkins. Known for his medical skills, Dr. Hawkins has a reputation for being somewhat irritable, especially when it came to children. Dr. Hawkins wasn't famous for his dislike of children. This was particularly problematic because his neighbors, the McKay family, had a large number of children. The constant noise and commotion from the McKay household were a source of endless frustration of Dr. Hawkins. Here my kids are playing leapfrog around Dr. Hawkins' old foundation. According to local lore, Dr. Hawkins went as far as planting prickly pear cactus around his property to keep the children away. Despite his gruff exterior, Dr. Hawkins was a dedicated physician who provided much-needed medical care to the residents of Fort Frederica. Fort Frederica was strategically positioned on the western side of St. Simon's Island, overlooking the Frederica River. This location provided several key advantages. Firstly, the fort's position offered a natural defensive barrier. The Frederica's river's twists and turns would slow down any approaching naval forces, making them easy targets for the fort's artillery. Proximity to Spanish Florida made Fort Frederica a frontline defense against Spanish threats. This location was crucial in the ongoing territorial disputes between the British and Spanish colonies. The fort's location also provided access to essential resources like fresh water and fertile land for agriculture. The surrounding marshes and forests supplied wood for building and fuel, ensuring the community's sustainability. Fort Frederica featured a star fort design popular in the 18th century. This design enhanced its defensive capabilities, offering multiple angles for defenders to fire upon attackers. The fort included 4 bastions projecting parts of the fortification that allowed defenders to fire along the walls. The ramparts were built to withstand artillery and infantry assaults, making the fort a formidable defense structure. Inside the fort, barracks housed soldiers and their families. The town included homes and shops for essential life. One of the most significant events in the fort's history was the Battle of Bloody Marsh on July 7, 1742. James Oglethorpe led British forces in a surprise ambush against Spanish troops. Despite its name, the battle was relatively bloody-less. With the British forces achieving a decisive victory, the victory secured Georgia as a British colony, making a turning point in this region's history. Let's take a moment walking down the streets of the past and enjoying where the soldier barracks once was. Fort Frederica National Monument is a must-visit for anyone interested in American history or looking to explore the natural beauty of Georgia's coast. Whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or just looking for a peaceful getaway, Fort Frederica has something for everyone. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. I hope that you learned something really fun from our video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more videos from us as we wonderfully wander. Remember, wander less, wander more. We'll see you on our next adventure, friends.